Hi, it's Pat from VG247, and here we are looking at the second half of the first mission in Rage. As you can see, I actually managed to shoot that guy there, which is a step up from part 1, where I got killed by nearly everyone. Now, yes, this happens. Now you get strung up by your feet, and these guys that you're all here to shoot, not too keen on being shot, so they're going to kill you.
Look at what Hagar said to us. How dare you think you can walk into our house?
Yeah, he doesn't look too happy, does he? He's going to spin you around. That's right, and send you to the kill room, where you're going to be stabbed to death, just like he was. By him. So, if you didn't get killed by the first guy, as I did, it would explain to you here your sort of defibrillator thingy. So this again, as I explained in the first video, is how you revive yourself. You match those things, hit the triggers on there, and you will shock the guy that killed you. Yeah, I assume you can only do it a few times. As I said, I've only played through the first couple of hours. But as the more you use that mini game to revive yourself, the closer the things are together. So I assume there comes a point where you're just dead. That thing there was advising you to save all the time. Those are my children in the background. Sorry about that. They add flavour to this amazing Rage video. You do have to save a lot. This is it's like a sort of old school Remnant. There's no auto saving. You save. I think there's loading. There's lots of loading. But yeah, you do need to save it as you go along. Otherwise, you're going to be in the shit, basically. So yeah, you need to pick up, as I said in the first video, you need to pick up everything basically. That thing back there was telling you to sneak by crouching. I sneak up behind a man and punch him in the ass with my gun. I like, for some reason, I always end up punching video game characters in the ass. Like I'm not sure if that's Freudian or something, but yeah, it seems to be something that I do. So as you move into the sort of second part of this mission, you sort of the gunplay becomes this sort of, it becomes more sort of cover based. So there's no cover mechanic in terms of actually hiding, behind something like in Gears of War or whatever. So you just hide behind stuff, and you can actually snipe fairly accurately with this pistol, which is like the first weapon that you've got, and it becomes this is actually a lot easier than when the AI is just running at you. So you can get in headshots. They're fairly predictable when they're behind cover. They pop out a bit, they run around a bit, but you can sort of get yourself into a reasonable position and just shoot them. Well, in theory. Well, yeah, like I said, you can sort of plug away at them, and yeah, eventually they'll die. You can, every time you get sort of hit too much, you can sort of crawl away and wait for things to calm down a little bit, and then you can come back and have another go at them. So they're all dead. Yeah, search everything for those $3, $4, $5. Again, just a note, it's beautiful. I don't know how many times I can say that. It will still be true every time I say it. Very, very lovely game, and this is obviously what's left is some kind of apartment building after the giant moon rock face fucked Earth. You kind of go into this mode where you feel as though you have to search everywhere, which is probably testament to the sort of atmosphere of the game. You do kind of want to look in every cupboard, sort of thing, because you want to. You know, there's a definite sort of survival element to it. You know, you have to make sure that you've got enough ammunition for your gun, and you know, you have to. You kind of get into the mentality. You do have to search every corpse, and yeah, the trick to shooting them is to shoot them a lot quickly. As you can see, they take a lot of putting down. If you don't hit them in the head, you know, they keep coming. And they can be relatively annoying. As I said, those are my twin sons screaming in the background. I think they're making spiders out of Play-Doh, which is befitting to the violence. They can't see this, obviously. I'm not some kind of like evil father that objects my 2-year-old children to subjects my 2-year-old children to like intense mutant violence yet. So yeah, it just sort of gets into this. I don't know how it's gonna work out later on. But the gameplay obviously becomes far more. There are a lot of elements that are introduced to the sort of gunplay later. You've got turrets and remote control cars and things like that. And I'm looking forward to cracking on with that, because these you can see that they've clearly gone to a lot of effort to make this sort of corridor gunplay different. It's not like playing Quake 3 or whatever. It's not the same. You know, it's you know, it feels far more vibrant, you know, than those old id games. You know, far more. You know, you feel very much pressured. You know, as you can see. So yeah, you can see here that as you'll see in a minute when that timer runs down, that the sort of the two nodes they're closer together than they were before. So I assume that means that there's only a limited time that you can actually resurrect yourself. Yeah, you do definitely want to, even though these levels are linear, you do want to see all of them. You know, I do want to stand on that balcony. These are little bastards. They really are a pain in the ass. You know, these sections of sort of crouching down and popping these guys from behind cover, they're not easy. Well, yes, I know, but no, they really aren't that easy. You know, they're not the sort of thing you can you just sort of walk through first time. As you see, as I just to reiterate, this was literally, you know, the first time I played this at home. So as you're about to see with the hand grenades, I'm not sure whether it's my fault or whether it's the fault of the UI, but it's not like actually amazingly apparent how to equip everything. So hand grenades. It tells me there that I use the right direction on the D-pad to select, and I actually missed that prompt when I was playing this, so you're going to see me fiddling around a lot trying to get them working. Now they're selected there, you can see the grenade there, but I missed the fact that you're supposed to, you can sort of throw them with the left bumper, and so you're going to see me, this is me doing some kind of mega charge shot and nearly killing myself. That's with the right bumper. Yeah, you tap the right bumper, I think, to bring up that that bit of the UI up. This bit, when you get sort of more different types of ammunition and stuff, you can fiddle around with them that way. Yeah, still can't work this out. I'm pretty sure this isn't rocket science, but I'm going to blame id Software for the fact that I couldn't do this very quickly, because that's the natural thing to do when you behave like some kind of mentally deficient idiot. So yeah, instead of using hand grenades, which you're clearly supposed to at this point, I shoot them really slowly. But I think I hope it's apparent that these sections are actually really tight. Remember, this is like the first bit of the game, right? So you know, this is the first time that we've been sort of like really exposed to, you know, this sort of like this cover-based pitched shooting. It's not just things running at you. You know, there is more to it. This is still me fiddling with the grenades. Still can't work out how to use them. Oh yes. That's another way you can actually throw them. You can open up your inventory and you can press Y. And obviously, being a post-apocalyptic game, it's important to have vending machines. What post-apocalyptic game worth its salt would not? And on we go. Now, yes, that's another thing. I shoot this guy in the head. He must have a pretty thick skull, because he didn't die. I had to shoot him again. Not very realistic, is it, in this this post-apocalyptic mutant game? I'm being facetious, clearly. That over there is the end of the level. Now, again, this is still me trying to work out grenades, but I have actually worked out that I can do that. The grenade actually doesn't kill any of them that time, because I threw it in the wrong place. Again, this pistol is actually surprisingly handy. You get lots of other gubbins later on, which are sort of legacy weapons really from id. You know, you get a shotgun, assault rifle, and all that banana. But you can kind of get to know and love your pistol. It teaches you to like actually aim. You have to hit. There's no sort of there's no splash damage at all. So it's probably a good introduction to the sort of the general mechanics, I think. Go on, Pat. Use a grenade in the old-fashioned way. This one works. Nice buggy leg there. Okay, and this is the end. I kind of I lose patience at this point because I really want to know how to throw a grenade. It must be possible. I can remember thinking that I can throw a grenade without opening the inventory. So I jump. It's not Y. And finally, I work out that it's the left bumper. Well done, Pat. Boom. And he's dead. Grenades are great. So the actual you know, gunplay itself is highly enjoyable. It is really cool, and I can't wait to play some more. He was the last one, the last dude. I have killed them all, and I have to get down now by using the zip line. And this is we're coming up to the end of the level, as you see now. Get my Chivo. I'm a Ghostbuster. And that was the first mission in Rage. I really hope you enjoyed that, and I did. And like I said, I can't wait to go back and play more. And yeah, we'll see you again very soon. Remember, Rage is out today. Go get it. All right, thanks. Bye.